high school science in the 90s, and then I started having kids. And I feel like that I am pretty technically challenged. If I were Mary worked with me for a long time, and she knows that I didn't do anything computer related. And so when the pandemic came out and we launched, we were had stay at home orders, I felt like that I needed to pivot really quickly. And because I am a national that relies a large amount of my income comes from the personal sale of the products. And I am old school Mary Kay in the fact that I grew up booking, coaching, selling, and recruiting around my kitchen table or around my dining room table. I did 90% of my appointments right here in my home, in my home studio, if you will, and I put product on people's faces. But I built my business the old school Mary Kay way. And so I had two kids in college in the spring, and that income, when my son started college 4 years ago, the income, I increased my selling activity in order to make the additional income that I needed, because that is where I have the most control for me personally, right? I have the most control over my own income when I'm selling the product. I can control that. I can't control what my consultants do. I can't control what my offspring do. But if I want a quick raise, I just need to sell more product, more cash flow, sell more product. So when the pandemic came out and the way that I normally do business was shut down, I had needed to pivot quickly. And so I went about learning how to do um, working virtual. Okay. I had a Facebook account and I had a unit account on Facebook where I made a few announcements and things like that. But Facebook was mainly for me to use as here's my daughter, isn't she cute? Here's my pet, isn't he cute? But it was not for Mary. And I might post something here and there about Mary Kay, but that was the extent of it. I had done 0 Facebook parties, nothing. Okay. March, I started. April, I remember when I did my first virtual party, I was sweating bullets. I was so nervous. It was like I was a brand new consultant again, and I'm a senior national sales director. I've made over $1 million in commissions in Mary Kay. I've driven 10 career cars, 8 pink Cadillacs, 2 pink Escalades. I've had the epitome of success and what everybody wants in Mary Kay, but yet when it came time to sit down and pivot and do my business a different way, it was scary. Okay. So if you're feeling scared to do something different, you're normal. Okay. But you got to feel the fear and do it anyway, because it doesn't get any less fearful when you decide, like you think, oh, when I'm not scared, it'll be time to do it. Or when it's not this, you just got to do it. And now I have found that there are a lot of perks to working my business virtually. One is that I can be business on top, party on the bottom, right? Okay. My hair is kind of wild. I can fix the front, not the back. Sometimes I've gone outside and I'll have gym shorts on and a business suit. My daughter will be like, Mom. I was like, I know. This is like my Zoom meeting attire. There's no drive time. I am very bad to run late. And so I can be in my kitchen finishing up dinner and have 5 minutes to get into a Zoom party and not have to drive anywhere. Okay, that's another huge perk. It is a great way to meet a lot of people from a lot of different places. I've had new recruits in Texas, Missouri, trying to think where else, North Carolina. I've reached out into states that I would never have reached out to if I had not gone to this new method of working. Now, are there negatives? Yes, of course. There's a lot of pros, but you have a lot of people that seem like they're interested and they never join. Okay, you might send out samples and they never get in touch with you. Let's see, you might have 30 people invited that say they're coming, and only 2 are on there when you get on to do your live. And it can be just, so there can be some discouraging things, but you have to just keep on keeping on in order to see the results. But in April, I sold, let me think back to April, $7,500 in product retail in the month of April. Okay. May, about $9,000 of product. June, $9,000 of product. Okay. Y'all add that up. About 7, 9. Give me 7 again. Y'all can tell me 7. I don't care. I had 15,000 points on the Star Consultant program ending June, and I had 0 new qualified recruits. Okay. So guess how much of that product was sold? 100% of it. Because do you know how all those orders were delivered? Customer delivery service. Every bit of it was CDS all over the United States. And so 100% of that product was not invested in inventory. It wasn't inventory. It was product that went to someone's home that they purchased off of a virtual party that I hosted. Okay. It was incredible success. Now, yes, there were more people home during the pandemic, so there was a response, and there was a support that people were wanted to give you because you were a home-based business, and there was a surge in supporting small businesses there for a while. So there was that. People were home, so they had nothing to do. I was like free entertainment. Let's see, what else was there? So there were some things, and the other thing was I had never worked a Facebook party, so I had all these, like, I don't want to say this word, but I'm going to say it anyway, fresh meat. So it was like I had new people to work with. I had people that I went to school with that I had never asked because they were maybe in North Carolina or whatever, and I wasn't going to go do a party in North Carolina. Typically, I didn't get in my car and drive there. I had so much business locally and growing in different ways, I never reached out to that. So a lot of Anita doesn't have to pay shipping as a national. Yes. Lindy, I do not pay shipping, but I think that at $3.50 a pop for the CDS, you can't order it and ship it yourself. Now, I did, I think that you can charge your client. Every other direct selling company that I know that I purchased from, Color Street, what else have I ordered? Pampered Chef, they all charge a shipping fee and then they tax it. So I don't think that by you adding a service, a $3.50 charge to their order would be absurd of you to do so. I probably, and I have been a national 12 years. But I think you could CDS it, or depending on where the people live. Okay. If you mail, you can charge it. Now, I did order when I thought the company was going to shut down the distribution centers, and I was concerned that I would not have products. So I did order some inventory, and I did mail. I use Pirate Ship. If y'all are familiar with Pirate Ship, that's a great way to work here from home. I have a scale. It's actually a food scale because I've been on every diet in the world. So I had a food scale, but I brought that into and I have padded envelopes that I keep in my cabinet and packing tape, and then I weigh them, and I weigh it, print out the mailing label, and stick it in my mailbox. So and I set that up, and I pay for my clients orders, whether I ship it through Pirate Ship or when the 8 years or 9 years I was in business, I did Court of Sales for 8 years in a row. I always absorb the shipping cost, always have, but that's just my take on it. You're an independent contractor. If you want to charge shipping, you charge shipping and you feel good about it. If you don't want to charge shipping and you feel good about that, do what makes you feel good. Okay. And you have to do what makes you happy with your business. If you are begrudgingly shipping product and y'all know what I'm talking about? Do y'all do that? Like, this is costing me money and it's feeling stressful? Charge the shipping. Okay. Charge the shipping. If it's a joy for it, if it would probably make me stressed to charge people shipping. I would feel like, gosh, I'm taking advantage of my clients. That's how I would feel. But I can't tell you how to feel or how to do it. I just telling you what's available. So, but anyway, I believe that whether you CDS or whether you have the inventory to send, if you order between 3,000 and 5,000 wholesale in a month, I bet you would be pretty darn excited with yourself, whether you had to ship it or not. And you would have plenty of money to ship it to everybody for free because you would have so much money in your bank from all the sales. I even bought myself a convertible. I didn't pay a whole lot of money for it, but I bought myself a white BMW convertible because I was having so much fun. Yeah. And I have my new pink Mary Kay bicycle that I got that I can drive around and deliver product. So, but anyway, okay. So what did I do? The first thing that I did was I developed a customer page. I call mine Pink Nation. Okay. And it is a group that I developed, kind of like my unit group, but I started adding clients. Now, I did go through and ask people I have 5,000 friends or so on Facebook. And I went through the people that were not connected to Mary Kay that maybe I was connected to and said, hey, I'm developing a customer group and I'm going to be doing tips. I'm going to be doing infomercials. I'm going to be doing posts about skincare, maybe playing games, doing different things. Would you like to join my group? It's mainly required. And so I quickly drove my Zero Pink Nation group, and I probably have about 400 members. Are they all customers? No. Some are consultants. I invited my consultants. There are some people that don't invite their consultants to their customer group, but I feel like the consultants I feel like that the consultants can be on there and at least copy what I'm posting and put it in their customer group. That's my intention. Now, whether they do or not, but taking things like videos from Mary Kay, videos about the new lip glosses, sharing stuff like that. And I do that Monday through Friday. I have sold quite a bit of product to people. This week, I have been asked a lot about mature makeup for mature women. Okay. And I turned 50 on Tuesday. I actually am flying out to the Florida Keys in the morning until Monday. So I'm going out of town tomorrow. I'm going to have to pull you're welcome, Mary Jo. But I'm going to have to pull a late nighter to get out of town tomorrow and be back. But I'm 50. And so kind of in celebrating my 50th birthday, I have more mature skin. And so I have been doing looks, and I Googled makeup artist tips for mature women's skin. I Googled that. And there was different group, I read about one's 7 tips. I read about one's 10 tips. I read about one's 14 tips. And I kind of put together in my mind thank you, Joy. I kind of put in my mind what my top things were. And so Monday I did the face, like the foundation of having more mature skin. What do you got to do to make your skin look good? And I put foundation on. I got to that point. Then the next day I did the brows and the eyes, makeup for more mature women. And then the third day I did the cheek color, the lip color, and a little bit of that. And so that had been something that I had been asked repeatedly. And so I finally presented that, talked about some of the skincare, talked about some of the color, and I did about 5 to 8 minute tutorials the last 3 days. Okay. So in your content, I always am working on driving the content on that. The other thing that I did was I developed parties that were topical related. I've seen Facebook training with Sandy Welch is the most, her Facebook page is the most information about working virtually that you can find anywhere. Okay, all in one place. Her format used to be better for me personally before, but she's tried to organize it, and I'm a all over the place person. And now that it's more organized, I can't find anything. So, but that's how I work. And so, but she's got a lot of great places to start. But I developed party things, and I know there's a cute one that's just been added today. Or not today, but recently, and it's something about lashes, and it's got a cute Halloween thing. And so I'm thinking that when I get back from the Keys, I'm going to throw that out there to my unit, and I'm going to put together that Halloween themed brow lash class. And you'll have to go to her page to find it. She's got a cute graphic. Let me see if I even I might have took a picture of it. What I do is I'll go through her page sometimes when I'm planning, and I will screenshot things that I want to do later, and then I'll have it. Let me see if I took a screenshot of it. No, I don't think I did. I'm gonna say, I don't think I did, but I do know where it's at, and I probably will go back. Anytime I see something that I want to use later, I take a screenshot of it, and when I'm planning, I'll sit down probably tonight or tomorrow sometime, maybe on my plane, and I'll plan out next week's posts. And you can schedule all your posts in your groups. Okay, so I plan that out. Now, then I go back and then I do party things. This month, my party things have been the Hydra sessions. Okay, the Hydra facials. I did that a couple weeks ago with one of my new consultants. We did a Hydra facial morning. It was the most fun. I mailed everybody I mailed all the people that were going to participate the samples for the Hydra facials. And if you look up the Hydra facial, when I first read about it, it was a little too complicated. And I said, no, it's too complicated. I'm not going to do it. But when I was really ready for some new content, I decided I was going to do it. And I took it, we did it with a small group of people that I really wasn't. And it was so much fun, and my face felt amazing. I said, you know what? I'm going to offer that to my unit next month. And so I'm doing Hydra facials this month. And so they're getting, if you want to know what's in it, I give them the Voluform foaming cleanser. Okay. They get revealing radiance facial mask. And I just use these little containers, and the facial mask. I use microdermabrasion, both pieces. I use charcoal mask, moisture renewing gel mask, oil-free hydrating gel, eye cream, and I think that's it. So there's a lot of products in that. And if you sell one Hydrofacial roll-up bag, it's about $2.50. Okay. And so I did it this past Saturday. Lindy had quite a few guests. I actually come on with my Mary Kay headband on, no makeup. I have my eyebrows on, maybe a little bit of mascara, but no makeup whatsoever. I'm just as real as can be. And I actually do the Hydrofacial right there with them. Okay. It was so much fun. We laughed. I've done it twice now, and I'm doing it Thursday, the 22nd. I had a really good time. My biggest concern actually was having a reaction out of a customer using that many different products in a short amount of time. I felt like it's a lot, but I haven't had any problem because I am very specific to ask. You don't have rosacea, and are you sensitive at all? If you're sensitive, I would rather you just use the cleanser and just use the hydration products, but don't do any of the chemical and the mechanical exfoliation. Okay, I've been very clear on that. So that's that. I did one of my other favorite parties was Anita's top 10 must-have products. I've done that several times. My top 10 is not your top 10, but I had a list of the products, and I just held them up and say, y'all, number one of my favorite is this oil-free eye makeup remover. It removes your eye makeup without pulling or tugging. And I have a flat cotton pad, and I actually will sit there and remove it and show them what comes off. And I interact, like I look in the camera and I'll look at the, like I'll think, Mary Jo's sitting right here in front of me, and I pretend like I'm talking to her. Or Linda Lee, you're sitting right here, I'm talking to you. That's what I want people to feel like. I show them, this is my favorite go-to CC cream. I wear it every single day. And I tell them why that I love it. And so I show them my top 10 favorite products. The hydrogel eye patches, another must have. And I tell them why I must have it. And so those, that was a party that I did. I did a wow brow clinic. I did a lash bash. I've done a luscious lips party. All the parties that we do, y'all know what I'm talking about? I just took them and I moved them to the screen. And the reason it's so important to have those topics is that you have got to keep your virtual party within 30 minutes. 30 to 40 minutes. If you go over, you lose them, done. People start, like I when I first started doing it, I would watch my count and the people attending, and I would watch the number start going when I started losing them. And I realized that short and sweet was going to be better than trying to throw the knockout punch. Short, sweet, buildable units of things that you are creating content that is valuable. And if it's valuable to them, they're going to come back the next time when you do another clinic that intrigues them. So don't go try to knock it out of the park and show them everything and be on for 2 hours. You're going to lose them, and they're going to not buy anything because they're overwhelmed. So focus. I did a multi-masking party. I came on and I had the charcoal mask. You sure can. We have a charcoal mask on my T-zone. I did the moisture renewing gel mask. And then I try to find something to do to, I don't know. I try to be entertainment. I don't know. I just talk, and I'm just very real with people, and I just talk. So I come on, they have the hydrogel eye patches on. A lot of times I have mailed the product to people for the hydra sessions, but almost probably every one of my other parties, I don't mail a thing. I call them, what do you call it? The style, QVC style. I just do a QVC style party. I did a brush clinic. And so I had sets that I showed with each of the parties. And then from those specialty parties and those, once a week, I was doing a different topic. And then I started having parties break off. So someone would come to one of those clinics, want more product, but it not be in their budget. And then they would book a follow-up party to invite their friends to do. And that's how I kept my branches growing. Okay. And so when I started doing, now that I have I'm actually going to go back through my topical parties. I realized that I had kind of quit doing those. It had kind of gotten old. Y'all know what I mean? You kind of get old with stuff. And so I quit doing those topical parties, and I went back to doing a basic skincare party. I did a dash out the door look. And then I booked them for a follow-up color party where they invited their friends to. So skincare, I would show, as a matter of fact, hold on just a second. Table, because I just did a party. I show the repair set. I show the miracle set, the ultimate miracle. I talk about the clear proof, naturally, and botanical line. I show these. I show that I go through basically and show the sets that are on the set sheets, because they're right here. You want to know that? I show this set sheet at the end. I show the lookbook for them that want to shop a la carte, and I post a link to the digital lookbook, and I post a screenshot of that set sheet at the end of the party with the prices of the sets and the deals on the sets that I'm doing for the show special. Okay. Then I tell them if we do a dash out the door look where I show them CC cream. I actually do it. I come on with no makeup on. No makeup at all. I do this, show them the skincare, and then I'll say, I'm going to show you how you can get ready in 5 minutes or less. And I want you to time me. And I'll say, y'all ready? Okay. And I put on that look, CC cream, gloss, mascara, cream eyeshadow. Boom. Done. I have sold so many dash out the door sets because they see it. I'll say, now that's just to run to the store, run to the gym, but I have these color cards that are customizable. If you would like a customized skincare, or excuse me, a customized color card, I'll mail that to you and you can do your individual follow-up. Now, when I do tonight, we actually did skincare and I did a customized color look. And I actually did this pumpkin spice look for the group tonight. And that's what I have on my eyes and my cheeks. That's what I did right before I got on here. Okay. I've done this fall in love look too. I have posted these and asked which of these looks, like in the party, which of these looks do you want to see tomorrow night when I come on live? And I let them vote. And then that's sometimes how I do it. Okay. So the party is not very much different than what you did when you were working live with people, except that you're talking to them through a digital mode and you're having to post your set sheets. The biggest thing you have to do is reach out to people through Messenger and text, and then you have to follow up, to where you feel like you're beating a dead horse. But people, it takes a lot more follow-up to do a virtual party. And because when you have them at your table, they're right here and you do it right then and you get to close the sale and you leave with the money. When you get off the virtual, you post, and I make notes of who's on that party. And then the very next day, I send them a message. Thank you for coming. Did you see anything? What did you learn? What did you like? And I start a conversation with them. Okay. And I work to get a response or communicate with them. Then what products did you see that you might be interested in? Were there any sets that you might be interested in? So you have to message the people directly to communicate with them. And I usually take about 2 days to close up a Facebook party. When I first started doing them, I was doing it for 24 hours. And I found out that it was feeling rushed and pushed. And so I gave everybody another day. And like tonight's party is Wednesday. They were going to close it on Friday night, but I said, why don't we just close it on Saturday instead of Friday? Because Friday night's a lot of people's family night and y'all might be busy. So we'll give it, you can do whatever you want. You know what I mean? So you can make it work for the people that are there. You have to be really flexible with Facebook parties. And if people need a little bit more time, give them a little more time. It'll be another order. And when they order, I put reminders about, like, I have a screenshot that says, miss the party, come back on and watch the live. Take advantage of the show specials. I also have posts where I'll say, time's running out. Don't forget, you want to come back and purchase. And I make the post. I have the hostess. I make sure that the hostess comments on every single post I make. I have her get on the live and tag the people that have said they're coming when she gets on, so that it alerts them to get on and catch it. I have her reach out and follow up. Do you have any more orders coming through? I work with the hostess and I coach her to be sure that she gets the most out of her party. So I've had a lot of, I do the 100 free when you party with me, even on the virtual parties, and they've been effective. Depending right now with the millions, it's our company is doing the million hostess promotion right now. And if you yourself want to contribute to our company hitting that million party mark this month, then you probably would like to have a higher number of parties than you've ever had before. So it's the 14th of the month. So between now and the 31st, you need to hold more parties than you've maybe ever had in that short amount of time in your life, in your whole career. But you got 16 days left. is there any reason why you couldn't do a party at night? Is there? Is there any, do y'all know that the party I did tonight, we set up Monday because a consultant reached out and said, when do you leave again? And I said, Thursday. She goes, we've got to do a party before you leave. I need another party. And I said, okay, I got Tuesday night at this time, Wednesday night at this time. Which do you want? She took the Wednesday night. So Monday, she set it up. We had, I think, 5 people on there. We had 11 say they were coming. We had 5 on there. Now, I don't know what she sold or what she's done, but we were happy with the interaction with the post, the interaction with the guests that were on, the comments they were making. We were having a lot of fun. And that's the other thing about Facebook parties. We set it up on Monday. There's no way you would be able to do a live party with someone you set up on a Monday on a Wednesday night, unless you have an extreme high I personality that wings everything in their life. And that's probably a 0.01% of the population. You know what I mean? You have to book someone who's like a D personality 6 months down the road. You know what I mean? So you don't have to have as much lead time. And, you know, you can get a lot because, you know, what are people doing right now this time at night? What are they doing? They're on Facebook and they are scrolling. How many of you do that at night? Y'all do it? Okay. You're scrolling. And so what you're doing is taking advantage of the fact that this is where women are at this time at night. And so you're getting them. And y'all, most of the people are probably watching your party and they're flipping back over and scrolling. And then they come back to your party and they, you know, they're really not that interested, but they'll come on and see what they want to see what's going on. You know, so they want to see. And that's why for me, having like Nancy earlier, she did a look, I did a look, and I did the repair skincare. She did the Time Lapse 3D skincare presentation. I did 3 of my favorite products. She did 2 or 3 of her favorite products, and that was it. That's all we did. Laugh, cut up. We have a little thing. I asked them who had their bra on. You know, I'm like, Nancy, what are you drinking in that cup? It probably is alcohol. I'm drinking water. You know, we just go cut on, and we talked about the football game. We're just talking. So we're taking what women are doing and we're adding a little bit of an entertainment value, and we're using it to promote our business. That's pretty much. And I'm doing different topics. I'm trying to come up with different things. The other thing, I will tell you, the post only parties have been very good for women with small kids that really can't get on a live and spend the 30 minutes or whatever doing a live. But I have the post only parties, and y'all can copy those, like a fall product launch party or a holiday product launch party on that Facebook training with Sandy Welch. You can go and find those parties and copy them. And I have them in my notes on my phone. And all I have to do is copy and paste when I'm running that party. And sometimes I do that 10 posts like within an hour. Sometimes I took the post and divided it into 3 sections, and I did 3 posts one night, 3 or 4 one night, 3 or 4 the next, and then close it on the 3rd night. It just kind of depended. You have to be really flexible with Facebook parties. The thing that I'm working on doing is to do a better job with marketing the business, because I did really well selling the product. I did recruit some people. It was mainly because by accident, and I could have done a better job. And that's something that's how I work, is I just get busy doing, and then I come back and try to fix the gaps. And I did make a short 5-minute iStory video, and I post that in the party. I tell my iStory, and then I reach back out. Once I've closed the party, I reached out. I always ask the question. Once I'm closing the guest, I'm saying, have you ever considered doing something like Mary Kay? And just see what they say. just to start the conversation going. And I have recruited and have had growth in recruiting, but I haven't recruited as much as I would have liked to. How's that? But I'm working on it. I went back and fixed, had the video. I'm making more of an effort to do, but I had to learn, you know what I mean? I had to learn the product part of it first and figure that out. And then I got that done. And then the booking, keeping the bookings going, I learned that part. And now I want to make sure I'm filling in the gaps. So it was like learning, working the business over as a brand new consultant. And now I did do a vendor event a few weeks ago, and everybody from that vendor event has booked a live, and I have done several face-to-face appointments, but it's just been in like the last 3 weeks. Prior to that, everything, and I think that it will be a hybrid version of our business. I think our business going forward will be a hybrid. It will be part virtual. See, now I'll be able to offer virtual appointments because I feel comfortable. I'm a better consultant because I am able to have more offerings to my clients and to meet them where they're at. I have started Instagram. I have an Instagram account. I've had an Instagram account. I've never used it, but I am really trying to make a better effort to post on Instagram. And I actually had my first sale from a post on Instagram like 2 weeks ago. So it was a blessing, and it was somebody that I went to school with that started following me, and she asked about bridal looks, and we went back and forth, and she ended up buying a look and such just from me posting a little bit about Mary Kay, and she probably is not on Facebook. So and there are other venues and other, like I'm on LinkedIn. I've really not done a lot with my business there, but that's to a business, women, more business oriented people. Twitter, not done anything on Twitter. I have a Twitter account that I set up years ago, but I don't even know what it is. But there's a lot of ways to work virtually. We just have to think outside of the box. And I was really comfortable. I will say this, I was very, very comfortable. I could have done Mary Kay in my sleep, and it got me very uncomfortable to do Mary Kay this way. But I've done it, and I feel like I've mastered it pretty well, except that little bit of recruiting. But it's like, you want to try it. If you want to sign up to do Mary Kay, I'll help you do your first virtual party. And if you like it, great, you keep going. If you don't, and what do you got to lose? $30 investment, $30 e-start. Why not? And that's been pretty effective. And I'm meeting people that I would not have met through her anyway, whether she sticks with it or not, right? So I'm going to open it up. If you've been muted, I'd like to give you the opportunity to ask any questions, something that you want me to elaborate on that I was talking about. So if you'd like to unmute and ask a question, feel free to do so. I feel like that I probably throw a lot out there.
You do. A lot of information, but it was great, Anita. Thank you so much again. I know my consultant, Carrie, she got on a little bit late, but she's been doing Facebook parties and really excited about them. So we're ready to start branching off to that. So
Awesome.
Thank you for your enthusiasm. A little later than you. And, but I'm the same way. You got to do it and then figure it out. So
as you go, and you know what, you're not doing brain surgery. So if you make a mistake, I mean, I've had some nights that my technology just totally glitched, my internet went down. I've had, you have things happen, but it's okay. But this is I have found that I'll make a big old mess on this table, and then I'll have to set up for my party a little bit. But I've done the holiday product launch. I do those launch parties and show the products when the new products come out. So that's it's going to be that's going to be something that I definitely keep. Every single time we have a new product launch, I'm going to have a Facebook party for it. It's really been beneficial.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else?
Anita.
Yes. Hey, Joy.
Hey, how are you doing? It's good to see you. Have a good time in the Keys.
Thank you. Where's your earrings?
I don't have them on right now. I came from work and I'm like, I get them stuck in them mask all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I about hang myself or tear my ear off.
No.
When you're doing the parties, do you think it's better to give it like short time frame, like set it up Monday, hold it on Wednesday, then it would
Quick.
be like then quick instead of giving them a week to think about it?
I think that they are much turnaround time is quick is better. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Because they're on, like I said, they're on. Now, back during when pandemic, when people had the stay at home order, they were home more. And now that activities have been, some people may have a little bit more activities depending on the age, if they've got small kids that, the sports and all that has started back up. But the people that are going to come are going to come. But it does not take forever. You do not have to give them a month to get it booked. No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? Anybody? I know there's chats and I see the chats and stuff down here, but I guess I could open that. Let me see if I can get it. And I can Mary, is there any way to answer these like
Well,
type
as far
answers?
as Joy asked her question, but the other one, I think it might be Carrie, but she says, do you try to get samples to the attendees before the party?
I have not 95% of the time. Until I did the Hydra session, I did not. I did for the Hydra session because I felt like it was important for them to feel those. But no, I do not. I have done a few facials individually that I've mailed product to for them to do. But I say this directly to them. If I mail you this sample, you are committing to me that you will meet with me virtually through Zoom, FaceTime, or Messenger video in order for me to explain this. And that's part of your deal with me for me to send this to you. Is that agreeable? And I get the yes, just to be sure that I'm not wasting my time and money mailing samples. But I just am very direct and say, hey, this is what I'm expecting for you. Is this what you're going to commit to? Just like that too. I say that. The small sample.
Okay, you can read it.
Mm-hmm. Including the hydrogel eye patches, they come in $2. $2 from the section 2. I don't think you can mail the hydrogel eye patches out and them dry. I wouldn't think that they would dry out. These, my assistant found them on Amazon. They do have them at Michael's. The company asked us not to use those. However, I'm going to tell you that when the company was out of samples and I needed them, I did use them. And you see, I have them here because like some of the products that are in the Hydra facial are not products that we
I guess she froze.